Okay, me and this SUV got off on the wrong start. I was a bit like, what is this? But then after a while, I was like, it can't be that bad. Everyone loves this car. Well, after a while, I changed a few things and I totally, completely fell in love with it. My name's Adam and this is my opinion and review of the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro. So was it the design that I didn't like? Well, no, not really, because this car is one handsome looking car. Everything from the front to the rear to the wheels, they just all look very, very nice. Premium looking, I feel. Just look at that grille with all that diamond studs. Oh, so big, so flashy, really, really nice. I don't know if anyone would say this is an ugly looking SUV, and if they do, they need to get their eyes checked. I mean, just check out the rear of this car. It is really nice, looking well designed. Now, a lot of people say the taillights look like a Lexus SUV. Well, no, to me, it looks like a Dodge Charger. Even better, really nice. One-piece taillight, the bulging bits at the end, really aggressive. And check this out, the third brake light. It's no ordinary one-third brake light. It's like a T design there at night time. Wow, it looks really superb. And check this out, okay? You gotta have 4 exhaust tips these days, or else it's just not aggressive enough, and we're glad to see this all works out at the end. Now, a lot of SUVs, this kind anyway, more than 5 seats, seem to get the side profile a bit, it just looks like a stretched out version of something. But this, no, I think everything is well proportioned. Yes, it does look a bit longer than a regular SUV, but seriously, the side profile looks good compared to some cars like maybe the CX-8. That to me just looked really like a stretch vehicle, but this, they've got it on point. So what got me worked up about this vehicle in the very beginning? Was it the interior design? Heck no, just check this out. Everything in here feels like a car punching above its weight, more than its price tag. I mean, check this out. There's soft touch here, there's soft touch here, even this part. It's all soft touch and laced with a fabric stock material, okay? And you don't get that really in a car at this price point. I mean, just check out the Toyota Innova. I mean, it's all plastic. You don't feel like it's premium. I mean, okay, this design is obviously like very Mercedes-esque. The start button, this area, it's all very Mercedes-esque. This is not a Mercedes, however. This is a Chery, which is why you have to give them some credit for being able to deliver this kind of interior design here. I even like the flat bottom steering wheel. It's really, really nice. One thing though I don't like is this, the touch kind of functions for the air conditioning system. Sometimes when I'm touching the screen, I accidentally hit it and it alters it, but that's a minor thing. I guess you get used to it once you've owned this car and you've used it a bit longer, just to avoid this area. Also, this brown and black scheme, I mean, the black is fine. This brown, not really my cup of tea, but I don't think it should bother a lot of people. One of the big questions these days, does this car come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay? Yes, wirelessly, for both. Yes, you can plug it in to charge your phone. I mean, there's a few places here you can charge your phone. You can charge it from the USB-A, USB-C, and even a wireless charger. This shifter also, I like it how it operates. But then you have to be careful. This is one of the things that I didn't like about the car in the very beginning, and I adapted to it, is that if you kind of push it too forward, it goes into reverse. So you gotta be careful with that. But like I said, once again, this is the thing about you getting to know the car, getting to know how it operates. All right, let's talk about the rear space. So what is it like? Well, number one, the seats are definitely comfortable. Well, really, you can definitely sit back here, be relaxed for a long, long journey. Also, the seats are adjustable, move forwards and backwards. You can recline it. Yep, you can recline it. And also, there's a good armrest here. There's air conditioning and there's a couple of USB ports here. So perfect. But what is it like in the third row? Remember, this car has 7 seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are they like? Can you actually use them? Let's go check it out. Okay, first and foremost, to access the third row seats, you'll have to do it from this side, the driver's side, because these seats do not have this feature. Just one latch here and then, yep, you're in. So getting in is always easier than getting out. And then when you sit, you're like that. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm not left with much leg room. but the person at the front has got a lot of legroom. So if they adjust it a little bit to the forward, you'll have more legroom. But these seats generally are just for kids, okay? It's not for adults. Yes, you can put adults back here for emergencies, maybe just a short trip around town, but if you plan to use this to carry adults back here, don't. Get a different car. But if you plan to put children back here, it should be fine and they should be able to travel long distance without complaining. Also, I like this space back here. There's cup holders. There's even a controller for the air conditioning, so you can speed it up, slow it down. Oh, very nice. But how about getting out? Well, getting out of one of these 7-seaters is always a gymnastics act, and it's no different here. So, can you carry some luggage when all the seats are erected? Yes, but only 2 and a bit more at the back, because the space is compromised when these seats are up. Yes, you can put 2 aeroplane-sized luggages in the back and a few stuff on top, but that's about it. But if you plan to use all the seats, you must put a top box so you can put your luggage up there, or else you'll just be left with nothing when you go on your holiday. Alright, so let's check out what's underneath the hood. So was it the engine that bothered me? Heck no! This is Chery's 2-litre turbocharged TGDI engine. It kicks out 256 horsepower and 390 Newton meters of torque. That's quite powerful for a 2-litre engine. I'll give you an example, right? A Mazda CX-8 2.5 litres kind of kicks out this kind of power. I think it's about 10 Newton meters more, but the horsepower is about the same. So this engine is quite a peach. This is Chery's very own engine. It's not like licensed in or borrowed from somewhere. This is their very own. They started manufacturing engine around 2005, so they know what they're doing. In fact, Chery engines are exported some other countries, so yeah, they know what they're doing. Actually, it's what is paired to the engine that kind of bothered me in the beginning, and I'll explain why during our test drive. Okay, so when I first got into the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro, I just came off a Toyota Innova Zenix hybrid review, and that car is a hybrid and it's got a CVT, so it's a pretty easy car to drive, quite smooth. Now the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro has a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which means I have to drive it differently, and I couldn't even think about this because I jumped in straight into the car. So what it was doing was it was just being jerky. Like for example, I'll put it in drive and then I'll just put my foot down like in a hybrid or a normal CVT transmission, and I was getting this like, oh, jerky like kind of feeling, like whoa, like that. It wasn't very smooth. This is why I thought, what kind of car is this? But then that's not the car's fault. That's its characteristic. A dual clutch transmission, it's how it's supposed to operate. Is differently from a CVT, in my experience anyway. I mean, I used to own a Mark V Golf, and that was a dual clutch, and I had to drive it differently. And it was the same with this. I couldn't put too much throttle input into the accelerator pedal. So once I mastered that, everything was pretty damn fine in this car, and I started to appreciate it, even appreciate its powerful engine. Yes, it just goes. I mean, put your foot down, whoa, like you zoom like into the road ahead, and that's really, really nice. Surprising, because I just came off a very kind of like limp like SUV and all that. It didn't have that much power, so this was nice. I mean, powerful. It's very, very precise once you know how to use the accelerator pedal, the transmission anyway. But saying that, however, the ride in this car, it's, to me, it's not like perfect or one of the best out there. It's a bit busy for my liking. I mean, it's not uncomfortable, it's just busy. It feels like it's trying to do a lot of work, trying to like smooth out bad roads and things like this. Also, another thing about the transmission is it doesn't like to be rushed. So let me show you. I'll do like a 3-point turn here now. Okay, I'll do like this. And if I try to quickly kind of just put it in reverse and go like that, oh, it just kind of jerks too. You got to be quite gentle with it. I mean, okay, look. There you go. Okay, let's go. All right, but if you kind of just put it in drive and then just press the accelerator pedal, you kind of just jump forwards and then you won't like it. So yeah, this was like the problem with me in the very beginning, my first impression of it. But once I got to know the characteristics of the transmission, I enjoyed the car very, very much. I mean, yes, for a big SUV like this, it doesn't feel huge. It takes corners respectably well. And yeah, so if I had any complaints, it'll just be that the ride is a bit busy. But apart from that, I like driving this car. In fact, I just kind of forgot that dual clutch transmission feel and what it brings to a driver. It really does bring a pleasure to someone who just likes to drive. Like I said in the Innova review, it's a CVT transmission, it's an Innova, it's just, there's no pleasure in driving it. Whereas in this, you have pleasure driving this car. Oh, and one of the other things I didn't like was this, the rear view mirror. It's like a wide angle rear view mirror. While I appreciate, yes, you can see a lot more around, I just don't find the reflection to be like quite accurate, so I didn't quite like that. I mean, cars appear to be further away than they're supposed to and things like that. So if I were to buy this car, I'd change this or put one of those big rear view mirrors on top of the original rear view mirror. Okay, so there you have it, my quick take of the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro. I mean, yes, we got off on the wrong foot, but I completely fell in love with it after just a day and a half. Why? Because I learned how to drive it based on its characteristics. Yes, you just need to lightly input the throttle and you'll be fine. You'll be able to drive it smoothly. I mean, for a car that's worth 160,000, it is packed with features. Even its safety, it is packed to the top of the head with safety features. I mean, usually if you want a package like this, you'd have to pay about 40 to 50 grand more, but Chery has done something special here and provided you with a great package for just 160,000. Now, if you're looking for a powerful, economical, luxurious SUV with 7 seats without the premium price tag, this is definitely worth a shortlist. Till the next one, I'll see you again. My name's Adam. See you in the next one.